Osa, welcome to Tech Trends.
Thank you very much.
A lot of Nigerians, especially those who cannot afford to travel abroad for medical care, have to live with what we have today as medical facilities. How can technology help?
Okay, first I believe we should have a working definition of what technology is. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, technology is a practical application of knowledge or science. And in medicine, we have this concept we call appropriate technology, with kangaroo mother care being a prototype. It simply means appropriating technology to meet the demands of the environment. So by using technology platforms that can enable access to care, such that we can stretch the reach of healthcare. Currently, the doctor-patient ratio in Nigeria is 1 to 6,000, which falls far from the WHO recommended 1 to 600. So with technology, we can enable access to care and continuity of care.
Most medical doctors end up practicing. Why did you decide to approach things differently by launching a startup?
I still practice, but on a scalable bandwidth, which is traditional clinical practice demands that you have face time or a one-on-one time with your patients. However, with technology, you can attend to more persons per time. So I believe that's the future of healthcare, and that's what I'm launching into.
So tell us a bit about your startup. What problem are you trying to solve?
My solution is Case Notes. So we launched the startup casenotes.ng, which is where it's available, to enable continuity of care, which is simply using one medical record platform across care providers. Using the analogy of the banking sector, you have an account with, say, Guaranty Trust Bank, but then you go to Sky Bank, you go to EcoBank, ATM, you go to Union Bank, wherever the ATM outlet you go to, you can still withdraw your money. In the same vein, you have one case note, irrespective of whether you are in Anambra State, you are in Abuja, you are in Edo State or Lagos. Your health records are carried along with you on your mobile device, but then your access to it as a patient is restricted. But your doctors can look into your case notes and see what the previous doctor documented. So it enables that continuity of care. There's no break in your care.
Out of curiosity, why would a patient not have access to his medical records?
Typical case notes, right? You have that boldly written, not to be handled by patients, their relatives, because there are certain medical legal concerns that can erupt from misunderstanding or misadventures with the access to their health records. So that's why we typically restrict patients' access to their information. And what we've done in Case Note is to limit the access of the patient to things like their blood pressure charts, the chronic conditions, allergies, next of kin, investigation results, basic information that they should have access to naturally.
Let's talk about security. If there's a data breach on Case Notes, for example, and it is caused by the patient, who would we blame? Would we blame Case Notes or the patient?
We've tried as much as possible to make our platform at par with the online banking, the same level of security, right? So, and then the data is not stored in one place, so that you just hack the site and then you have access to the information. No, what we've done is to distribute the information, and to access the information, you need various levels of access. And immediately you access an account, the person is notified by text message that your account has been accessed, and it gives the specific location where the account was accessed. And if the person calls or notifies us of this breach, we immediately suspend the account and we trace whoever accessed the case notes. And we have a structure in place to identify whoever opens the case note.
Generally, since a lot is not happening in the healthcare industry, how will you get this industry of yours to embrace your solution?
The level of financing in healthcare is poor. So, and us in Case Notes, we realize monetary incentives can be big, in encouraging adoption. So what we did was to ask our clients. We already have a number of hospitals sign up to us. We asked some of our clients to poll their patients over a month and especially the high traffic centers, to see the response they would get from their patients if they will be willing to pay for this service. So we definitely need government support. I mean, patients or people travel around a lot, and if we can have enough hospitals sign up, we already have a number of hospitals signed up to our platform, but if we can have a statewide or nationwide adoption of CaseNote, it's going to help both the healthcare providers and the patients. So securing that government participation is a big deal for us. We've already gotten some level of partnership, like the last Lagos State Civil Service week. We helped onboard a number of civil servants' health records so that they can access their medical records that were aggregated or collected during the week on their mobile devices.
As a medical doctor, how do you deal with some startup challenges such as software development, accounting, marketing? How would you go about it?
Yeah, I already got some training in software design, data management, cybersecurity. So getting talent is not a challenge. Yes, we have some employees, but with the right funds, we can get more talent on board. For every startup, I believe funding is a challenge. Currently, we are self-funded, and the little revenue we generate is pulled back into the business. So yes, funding is a challenge because we believe if we can get more funding, we can scale faster and we can reach out to more communities and get more talent on the platform.
Finally, where do you see CaseNote in 5 years?
We currently have 5-year plan and 10-year plan of projections, right? So in about 5 years, we anticipate more penetration across the African continent, and of course adoption in different parastatals. What I mean is, aside hospitals, we have different like cottage industries that cater to patients. We believe them coming on board is going to help our cause and the patient's cause. And aside that, we also anticipate creating complementary services to help us achieve our mission, which is to inspire healthier communities through innovations adapted to the environment.
Thank you, Osa, for being on Trojans today. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
I wish Ehosa and his team the very best, and I say this based on personal experience while growing up. A regular medical treatment almost turned into a nightmare because the doctor that treated the patient was not aware of his medical history. He innocently administered a drug that the patient reacted to. Thankfully, the patient survived. But here is the interesting part. Patients still have similar experiences today, and it's not always a good experience. My take is that CaseNote has a lot of potentials, so let's hope the healthcare industry embraces the solution. That's our show for today. Please follow us on social media, and don't forget, you can watch these and previous editions of the show on the channel's TV YouTube account or via my blog cfatech.ng. For Tech Trends, I'm Chukwemeka Agbata.